Welcome to another episode of Keep It Real. Today we're going to talk about Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Only I can live forever.
Conclusion of Harry Potter, as everybody should know, the last film in the franchise, but it broke pretty much every single record, box office wise, ticket wise, midnight first day sales,
Pre-sales.
Yeah, advanced ticket sales. But just to give you some numbers, so far this is projected, but it's gonna make close to 170 million opening weekend and worldwide 475. And the previous record actually was, I believe, Half-Blood Prince with 393 worldwide. This is Becky, by the way. She's a new addition who will pop up every now and then. Oh, well, I forgot about that. Yeah, she's joining us tonight, and
She came here from Hogwarts.
we should point out that the scores we give it, I feel like we're all pretty big fans of the franchise, so it's gonna have to be biased a little bit.
So this is the disclaimer.
Just a little bit. That's just a disclaimer. And also, I don't want to do spoilers because I feel like if people who haven't seen it, this is like one of the few movies that I would insist on people getting into. So I don't want to do spoilers for people who haven't seen it. So really, this review is just going to be pretty basic, and as far as the direction and content. This Harry Potter movie, the last one that came out, it had to be the most anticipated movie of all time. I think for you too, right?
Oh, I thought you were stating a fact.
What about for you? Oh, she had to think about it.
So, we take
door.
this. We take this.
Yes, of course. You know.
It was
like a weird beetle.
It was definitely the most anticipated movie of all time for me, and I don't think.
Definitely.
But as far as movie goes, I mean, I think it was a pretty good movie, both in just how
How it concluded.
I mean, story-wise, and just how the movie actually did look. Like, I mean, it was a good-looking movie.
I thought the movie was everything that everybody probably who's a fan of the whole Harry Potter thing. It lived up to its expectations. It lived up to what people wanted it to be. I had a few problems here and there, mainly with how fast everything was moving in the end. And a couple things I wished would have been in there that weren't, but I think overall it's a good ending to a great story.
There's three ways you can go through this movie. You're just gonna love it no matter what, or you're gonna be a person that read the books first and you're gonna, fault it for every conceivable change.
We should point out.
And then, or you're just a person who never saw any of the other movies. You're gonna go see this movie, you're gonna get confused.
Could you really watch this movie without knowing?
You really
anything?
can't. No.
I don't think you could.
And if you go, you're just gonna waste your money because you're not gonna understand anything.
We should also point out that neither one of us have read the books.
We haven't read the book.
We're strictly going off the films. As far as what I thought about the film, it's a little bit of both, because I had some issues with how, because even when Deathly Hallows Part 1 ended, we were talking about, oh my God, they have a lot to do.
Yeah, we were scared that they were not going to be able to pull it off.
And to a degree, I think we all agree that they didn't do everything we wanted it to do.
Right.
I don't know, most of the things that I had a problem with were small things that honestly could have been added or changed or a little bit different here and there, and that would have made me more satisfied with certain characters, with certain emotions, with certain, just the way that the scenes play out.
It is hard to talk about it, specifics, if we don't want.
Yeah, I mean, without giving spoilers, I can't really say, but there are specific things I wish would have happened that I could expand on, but I won't.
And there is a lot, like Ricky was saying, there's a lot of information in this movie, and I still haven't picked up on everything. But yeah, overall, I think directionally it was really good. I think CGI goes without question. You can't really notice it, so I mean they did the job. We were supposed to do a tribute video for the overall franchise, but we're gonna do that later. So in that video, we're definitely gonna be doing.
It's gonna be
spoilerama.
The movies, if you just look at it, if you disconnect your emotional self from how much you love Harry Potter in general, and you just look at it as a movie against all of other movies, it does everything perfectly, I think. Story-wise, the way that the movie looks, the way that the movie feels, the action, you know, just the artistry in the scenes. It does everything that you could ever hope a movie could do. I think some of our hesitations to say that everything is 100% perfect has nothing to do with how good of a movie it actually is, and more to do about how bittersweet it is to watch the last movie of something you love so much. So
past 10 years.
And also,
I think.
Go ahead.
I think that that's part of it. Like you just have
expectations.
You just have hopes within yourself that certain things will look this way or feel this way or play out this way. And I mean they do, but you're always going to have that like, gosh, I wish I didn't have to watch the last movie.
Bloody hell.
Oh, you stupid.
Yeah.
You're talking to me.
High fives.
I did the glasses. Yeah, I mean,
or it could be the other way around.
There's some stuff that I can't like be like, oh, that's cool. There's just some stuff like in the movie that I feel
it's fine.
that I feel that are like that, that are pretty important to the story. So, I mean, maybe I'll change the score to a higher score if I find out stuff that they weren't able to get into the movie that just because of time or whatever. And but as far if the overall story is like that, then I would probably keep it.
Obviously, I'm biased. I mean, I think even if whatever happened in the movie, I would probably still give it a 10. It's because it's the culmination of the whole not series, but the franchise. The franchise itself. I mean, it's unique. Story was good. I thought the film was good.
These are glasses, by the way.
It had issues, obviously, but there isn't such a thing as a perfect movie. There never will be. So, I mean, the 10 is not a perfect movie. It's just as perfect as you can get, and this is as perfect as you can get, I think.
I gave it a 9.5 because unlike Cheater Pumpkin Eater over here,
What?
I'm only grading it on this particular movie. Should we talk about scores for the entire franchise as a whole, mine would also be a 10. But, I mean, 9.5, that just expresses the fact that I love this movie. I thought there was hardly anything that I would change, but there's
minor.
I guess there's 0.5 worth of things that I wish were slightly different, or you know, just done a little bit one way versus the other, which I guess we can get more into when we talk more in depth about it. But all in all, I love the movie.
We really love the franchise, and you know,
Sad to see it end.
yeah, very.
We're all popping Prozac now because we're pretty upset.
It was. I mean, you know, it's
Not
bittersweet.
really. Don't.
It's bittersweet. It's a bittersweet moment because.
It's more bitter than sweet.
Ricky's really taking it to heart as he stopped shaving. That we still got this, so we're still waiting on some subscribers. All right, that's the end of this show, and join us next week for Captain America, where most of everybody should be back. Until then,
Keep it real, my Muggle friend.
They probably couldn't even hear that.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Expecto Patronum.
Lumos. Maxima.